Hello and welcome to our review of what's been a magnificent night of racing here at the Singapore Turf Club for the Singapore Airlines International Cup and the KrisFlyer International Sprint. Once again, we had two world-class horse races, $3 million for the International Cup and $1 million on offer for the International Sprint. A big night here at the Singapore Racecourse. Let's take in some of the colour to start off the program. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the Singapore Racecourse for what should be an outstanding evening of high-class international horse racing with the KrisFlyer International Sprint and the Singapore Airlines International Cup. You can see the colours from both the Sprint and the Cup with many representations from around the world. Hong Kong back in force once again, France back with us, and also Japan joining us here along with Bahrain, taking on our best horses here in Singapore. To start off the festivities, please make welcome the People's Association. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the Singapore Racecourse, and a great introduction from the People's Association as Singapore celebrates 50 years, SG50. Well, we've got some great racing coming up with the Singapore Airlines International Cup, but firstly, the KrisFlyer International Sprint. Matt Jones is with me. More history to be made here tonight. Matt, Lucky Nine looking for 3 straight wins in the great race.
Yes, he won the race for the first time in 2013 as a 6-year-old, and last year in 2014 as a 7-year-old. This year, As an 8-year-old, he's trying to make it 3 in a row. It's going to be tough for the 8-year-old, but he's been a tremendous horse here in Singapore. Maybe Hong Kong hold the ace, though, but not necessarily with Lucky 9. It might be Aero Velocity, who I think is going to be a hot favourite in the race, and he should be as well with the recent wins in Japan and, of course, in Hong Kong back in December.
And, of course, this race is a leg of the Global Sprint Championship. He's already taken out one leg in Japan. This will be a nice little add to the coffers if he can get the result here tonight.
I think the general consensus is that he's the best horse in the race. If he produces his best tonight for trainer Paul O'Sullivan, then I think Aero Velocity can win the Chris Fly. But, you know, you've got to travel to Singapore, you've got to do it. Lucky 9's been able to do it in the past, and that's the job for Aero Velocity tonight.
We'll talk more about the Singapore Airlines International Cup after the Chris Flyer. Let's go out the back. Larry Foley and Gareth Pepper join us.
Yes, Craig, we're out in the parade ring here at 25 minutes to go until the big race. Larry Foley joining me, and a lot of the contenders already under saddle and everyone joining in the parade ring. But Larry, good evening, welcome, and good to be out here for our biggest day in Singaporean racing.
And welcome you, Gareth. This is your first one, and as you can see, it gets really heaty out here. The horses are coming out, everyone's getting a little bit excited, the crowd's building up, and it's going to build up even more. 25 minutes to the race, it's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's a big race. 9 contenders going to post. Really can't wait to see how they all do go here. Pulling locally for our local hopes, but some decent sprinters from around the world, and when we get to the Cup a bit later, some decent sorts from all over the world. It's really thrilling racing.
It has been the Hong Kong show for the last couple, and while a few people will be cheering for Lucky 9 for a historic three-peat, the locals have got a really good chance this year, so I'm pretty confident that the horses like Zack Spirit, Emperor Max, Step It Up, Quaychart, they're all going to run well.
Yeah, and hopefully Kiwi Karma, the little filly.
I wouldn't forget the filly.
Yeah, don't forget the filly, Kiwi Karma. She's got a lovely chance, but it's good racing, very competitive racing, and it's great to be here from the Singapore Turf Club.
Well, we've got a beautiful afternoon of racing so far. It came up very, very overcast and very threatening a little bit earlier on, but the rain has stayed away. Fair and good the conditions. Now, the turf track has been quite firm throughout the afternoon, 5.0, and good for the turf, and 31 degrees was the top here today, but it has been a very warm afternoon at the Singapore racecourse, and the conditions will hot up very, very soon with the first of our feature races, the Chris Flyer International Sprint. As always, a great race needs great jockeys, and we've got some of the very best in the world here tonight. Please make welcome Brett Preble, who rides Lucky 9 in the Chris Flyer International Sprint, and Brett's looking for a record 4th win in this race. Sacred Kingdom was his first, and of course Lucky 9 in his last 2 appearances here at the Singapore Racecourse. Enjoying another great season in Hong Kong. Great to have Brett Preble back with us. Zach Burton had a winner earlier on in the day. Zach is the reigning champion rider here in Hong Kong, and he takes the ride on Aero Velocity and also Military Attack, a horse he won the International Cup several years ago on. So welcome back to Singapore, Zach Burton. On Rich Tapestry, also from Hong Kong, is Olivia Deleuze. Please make welcome Olivia, who's won some of the biggest races right around the globe, and takes his chance here tonight on Rich Tapestry, another horse from Hong Kong. Very popular local rider is Oscar Chavez. He rides El Padrino, a horse he took to Dubai 6 weeks ago and ran a great race in the Golden Shaheen. So great to have Oscar Chavez aboard El Padrino, horse number 4 in the Chris Flyer. Joe Moreira's back in Singapore. Welcome back, Magic Moreira. He's on Zack Spirit and also Johnny Guitar. Ever popular, and of course yesterday broke the record of Douglas White for the amount of wins in a season in Hong Kong. Please make welcome Corey Brown, who has several rides here tonight. He's on Emperor Max in the sprint, and also Keshwa in the Singapore Airlines International Cup, a horse he won the Gold Cup back in November. So please make welcome Corey Brown. Naresh Jaglal also has a couple of rides here tonight. He's on Magneto and Slew of Load. Naresh's first full season here, a Mauritian rider, and he's had great success already, and a great achievement for him to have 2 rides here tonight, Magneto and also Slew of Load. Toto's a very fast horse from Bahrain. Luke Morris joins us. Luke, joining us to ride Toto. We welcome him to the Singapore Racecourse and wish him well. despite drawing a slightly wide gate with Toto, but I'm sure he'll make his presence felt. Our reigning champion rider in Singapore, Manuel Nunez, rides the speedy filly Kiwi Karma and also Step It Up. Both horses in red hot form, with Kiwi Karma running just behind the place getters in the Lion City Cup and Step It Up taking out the QE2 Cup. So both horses in great form. Back in Singapore is Tommy Berry. Please, mate, welcome the reigning champion rider and aboard Dan Excel once again. Tommy's had great success here in Singapore, of course, winning the Gold Cup a few years ago with Trapeus, and Dan Excel last year in the International Cup. Masumi Matsuoka is on Minor Frost, so the Japanese rider back in Singapore. He's had a few rides in the International Cup in the years gone by, and he rides the well-fancied Minor Frost here this afternoon. Smoking Sun ran a great race last year. Stéphane Pasquier is back, so Stéphane rode this guy for a fast-finishing second last year behind Dan Excel, and he'll be looking for a good run from the inside barrier draw. Welcome back to Singapore, Stéphane. Byron Vorster takes the ride on the newcomer that represents Singapore, Cope Tardo, and this guy won a race earlier on in the Carnival in Dubai and has his first appearance here in Singapore tonight. Macau Barcelona is back. He'll be looking for better luck than a couple of years ago when unfortunately his horse City Star was scratched at the gate, and he takes the ride here on Freeport Lux. So Macau Barcelona, one of the rising stars in world racing. And our final rider is Craig Newitt on Wild Geese, who's won a QE2 Cup a couple of years ago, Wild Geese, and Craig Newitt back to join us here tonight and hopefully get some luck out of the Hippocrates-owned horse. That is the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the world's best riders here tonight for the Chris Flyer International Sprint and also the Singapore Airlines International Cup, and we wish them all the very best of luck. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for some of the best riders in the world.
Flyer, back to back into history. Lucky 9 from Preble and Founds takes it out by 3.
Getting desperate on Aero Velocity. They've got to catch Huck Sun Moon. Aero Velocity jumping out of the ground. Aero Velocity goes to Huck Sun Moon. Hong Kong gets up and wins.
Super Jockey's coming. Super Jockey is driving at Secret Circle. Secret Circle, but digs in, hangs on, wins. Secret Circle beats Super Jockey. Rich Tapestry third.
El Padrino zoomed up on the outsider, Step It Up, put his nose in front. He's come from dead last, El Padrino, and he races away back to back in the Merlion. Zach Spirit goes by Goalkeeper. Golden Sandstead begins to run on, but Zach Spirit's going to be too good. Goalkeeper fights on strongly, but back to back for Zach Spirit.
Embramax is really going to have to dig deep, and Board the Fly coming up the pair. Embramax is fighting Swerve Load, might have his nose in front. It's going to be close to Massage free. Embramax fights hard.
Magneto kept going. Cavallo begins to launch down the outside, but Magneto just too fast for them. Magneto wins it well.
Toto in front of Caspian Prince. Tugan Vinyard to be too late. Toto in front, and Toto's won.
Kiwi Karma in front. Affleck coming in on the outside. Kiwi Karma giving plenty. Affleck can't pick it up, and Kiwi Karma an upset in the first leg, the 3-year-old.
Zach Purton already with a International Cup, looking to add a International Sprint to his resume. But Toto goes forward for Luke Morris. Zach Spirit out of the lineup for Joe Moreira. We wait on Lucky 9 for Brett Preble. And also to come in Magneto for Naresh Jaglar. Zach Spirit goes straight into the gates. No repeat of last year's antics. He'll get his chance here tonight. Lucky 9's drawn well once again. Coming up to the gates, and Magneto will be the last to go in. They're ready to run.
Wait.
Gates are back. They're racing in the Chris Flyer away fairly quickly as Aero Velocity. Also Emperor Max with good speed over on the inside, and Lucky 9 again broke beautifully. Kiwi Karma going up on the outside. Zach Spirit's going to be restrained just across their tails, followed by Magneto. Rich Tapestry. Toto can't go with them early on, and 4 lengths away to El Padrino as they turn downside. 800 metres to go. Zach Purton took Aero Velocity to the lead. Kiwi Karma up on the outside in the breeze. Emperor Max over on the inside. Now Toto whipped around the outside. Lucky 9 copped a check at that point. Rich Tapestry goes up wider. Zach Spirit. Then came Magneto. So Lucky 9 second to last, ridden for luck. And El Padrino comes to the outside. 400 metres to go. Kiwi Karma goes up to Eyeball. Aero Velocity. Emperor Max down the outside. Rich Tapestry. Lucky 9 looking for a way through. Zach Spirit trying to finish on. It's Aero Velocity the leader. Emperor Max running a great race on the outside. Lucky 9 can't go on with it. Rich Tapestry down the outside, but Aero Velocity is clear over Emperor Max, and Aero Velocity is going to take the Chris Flyer. Aero Velocity for Zach Purton wins it a length and a half. Emperor Max another second in the big race. Third Lucky 9, fourth Rich Tapestry, just ahead of Kiwi Karma, followed by Zach Spirit, El Padrino, Magneto and Toto. Couldn't get in from a wide draw and finish with the tail enders. Big win by Aero Velocity, very positive ride by Zach Purton, and the Hong Kong champ has been too good for them. 3 in a row for the Hong Kong trained gallopers, and they have now won 4 of the last 7. In fact, 5 of the last 7, with only Rocket Man and Atto being able to repel the Hong Kong Raiders over the last half a dozen years. 109.05 is the time, 109.05. And a well-deserved win for Aero Velocity, a short price favourite through betting, and a beautiful ride from Zach Purton. Emperor Max, well, 2 years in a row second in this race. So well done to Stephen Gray and all concerned with Emperor Max, who's run a great race. I think from memory, Zach was aboard this guy last year, Emperor Max, but he's been able to go one better here tonight with Aero Velocity for Paul O'Sullivan, taking out the Chris Flyer International Sprint and doing it in great fashion. Let's head down to Matt Jones, and Matt, once again, the Hong Kong International Group 1 horses, too good.
Yeah, worthy winner, and he was too strong. Paul O'Sullivan, how does that feel? A Group 1 international sprint here in Singapore.
Yeah, I think every time you travel away, it's more of a relief to win than a thrill to win. You know, we're a long way from home. You know, he might have won with a little bit in hand. I sort of, you know, he was sitting pretty for a fair way. But we're just relieved and very thankful to win.
Were you surprised that he led that field?
He has got, you know, very good gate speed, but we didn't know what to expect from the local horses here, and you know, obviously they were happy to let him bowl along, and Zach's sort of very good at making it up on the run.
It must feel just that little bit sweeter when you have to travel and really earn a win like this.
It's a long way home when you get beat. I've done it 1,000 times.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's great to see that sort of parochial support for the Hong Kong horses coming back to scale.
Big winner, big winner. He returned Zach Purton. He's had such a wonderful association with this horse, and he's done so well.
It was a great race, great build-up. Gareth Pepper, right horse seemingly has won. There is an inquiry, we're being told, so we'll have more details on that shortly.
Zach Purton, second last year on Emperor Max, wins it this year on a horse that he's had such a wonderful association with.
It looked as though he wasn't going that hard, but the clock said he was 23.6 for the first 400. But for this greater horse, that was easy enough. And the winning rider, Zach Purton, he delivers in Singapore again, and he's down talking with Gareth Pepper.
Zach, well done. Congratulations. Firstly, second last year on the horse that ran second this year. But you've had such a wonderful association with Aero Velocity, and again, you guys have teamed up to win another good Group 1.
Yeah, he's been a special horse to me. You know, you don't ride too many horses of the calibre of this guy that, you know, just gives 100% every time he races, even in defeat. You know, he tries his guts out. He's the most courageous horse I've ever ridden.
Just watching him, it looked like you had a ton of horse under you coming into the home straight, and Emperor Max moved up, but it looked like you just had so much in hand.
Yeah, well, I sort of had to do a little bit of work early to go forward and take the lead, and he didn't have it all his own way in front. He sort of got softened up a little bit coming to the corner, but I knew, you know, he had a massive class advantage on these horses, and I knew that I'd just sort of cuddle him, give him a little bit of a chance, and because he's so courageous, I know when something comes, I ask him for an effort, he's going to fight. And, you know, I was just waiting for something, give him a bit of a squeeze, and, you know, it was pretty soft on the line.
Third Grade 1 victory for him, and I think fitting after such a long season that he's had. Class horse, he's prevailed here, and may you both continue to go from strength to strength.
Yeah, thank you. Paul's done a great job handling the horse. You know, full credit's got to go to him and his stable. He's an exceptional horseman, and you know, I'm just a lucky one to be on him.
Well, once again in 2015 we've seen a terrific race and a deserving winner. Aero Velocity, a world-class sprinter, takes out our Chris Flyer International Sprint in 2015, and we're pleased to have up on stage the chairman of Singapore Airlines, Mr. Stephen Lee, also Chief Executive Officer Singapore Airlines, Mr. Goh Chun Pong, and the Executive Vice President Commercial from Singapore Airlines, Mr. Mak Swee Wah, and from the Singapore Turf Club, the chairman, Mr. Lim Ju Boon. Now it gives me great pleasure to invite Mr. Stephen Lee to present the trophy to the winning owner of the Chris Flyer International Sprint, the winning horse, of course, Aero Velocity. Make welcome up on stage, Daniel Jung. Having a lot of success with this horse, travelling around Asia. Success, of course, in Hong Kong back in December, and a recent win in Japan, followed up by a win here in Singapore, and great moments for the team, hard earned by the horse, and that's win number 10 from 18 starts for the 6-year-old. Congratulations to the team involved there. The Chris Flyer International Sprint is the fourth leg of the Global Sprint Challenge, and we invite Dennis Fung to receive the Global Sprint Challenge trophy. Congratulations. And the chairman will present the trophy to Dennis. He's doing a terrific job in the Global Sprint Challenge, Aero Velocity, and thoroughly deserved to the team there with Aero Velocity. Well, he's travelling around and getting great success with his horse, the winning trainer. Make him welcome up on stage, Paul O'Sullivan. Terrific training performance, putting in the hard yards with Aero Velocity, bringing him to Singapore, and tonight, rich reward. Going on to win the race in 19.05. Our congratulations go to Paul. And the winning jockey is Zach Purton. Started the day in grand fashion, and he's finishing it in style as well, taking out the Chris Flyer International Sprint. Our congratulations go to Zach. Going to the front, Aero Velocity, the horse doing the rest, scoring by a length and a half, and the hot favourite is home. Our congratulations go to all winners, and we invite the winners to remain on the dais for a special group photograph, with more to come after the Chris Flyer International Sprint.
Well, once again, Hong Kong to the fore, and Zach Purton, who took out an International Cup 2 years ago, claims the Chris Flyer International Sprint on Aero Velocity. Well done to all concerned. We'll take a break, back with the feature race of the night very soon.